Hello, it is Thursday, and it is like super late now because I have 6 straight hours of class on Thursday, then I have rugby practice, then I have yoga. Yes, I'm taking yoga, and I've realized that I should probably start filming these videos on Wednesdays or some other time other than Thursdays because I have no time on Thursday. At least I'm posting, so video time. Birthday shoutouts. Our first birthday was Aiden J9. Not only did he turn, I think, 27 on September 2nd, but he got top surgery today. I'm so happy for you. Why don't you rub a nipple or two for me? Hopefully 2. Hopefully he gave you 2 nipples. Unless you only wanted 1. I mean, that's your preference. Next up we have Kane, L-boy kid. Kid spelled with a 1, it's all fancy. Anyway, happy birthday to you. You're awesome. You're really loud, which is good and kind of frightening. And last but not least, even though he is the youngest, turning 14, who also had a birthday on September 22nd, is Austin FTM on YouTube, whose actual name is Ryan. That's confusing. I know what you look like. You are my tiny chat, which means I love you. Hooray, birthdays. On to the video. This week, particularly, we were giving advice on how to pee in public, and I am going to give advice, but first I'm just going to share a personal story. I know that's not advice, but I'm going to share it anyway just because I think it's funny. So this one night at I don't even know, 1 or 2 in the morning, I was swimming. This was a pretty common thing for me, nothing new. So we all know how I swim, right? I'm either naked or I'm in my boxers. And this particular night, I was in my boxers, and I had to go to the bathroom, and I was already mostly naked. I was wet, it was dark out, there was no one awake in any of the surrounding houses to catch me, so that's the perfect opportunity to practice peeing standing up, right? That's what I thought. But my pool has a light on the porch, so it lights up the area. My dad's bedroom is right there with windows, so he can see the whole thing. So I figured if my dad decided to magically wake up in the middle of the night, he wouldn't want to see me peeing all over around the pool. So I figured I would go right outside the fence and do it out in our lawn. But it was really dark outside, like I said, and there's no light beyond the fence. First of all, it was my first time ever doing anything like that, so I peed all over myself. Second of all, it was so dark that I peed on a frog and it hopped all over the place and it scared the shit out of me, and it was the worst experience. And then I went inside and went to bed, and it was a failure of a night. I lose. And now that frog is probably going to round up all of its little frog friends and come attack me in my sleep because I peed on him. So what's my advice? Never pee standing up, because then you'll be attacked by a mob of wildlife because you're going to pee on an animal and it's going to be traumatic for you. As for other advice, I feel like everyone on this channel is going to talk about how men don't look at you in the men's bathroom. You'll probably go in essentially unnoticed. People don't care if you use the stalls. They don't listen to what you're doing in there. And even if they did, you know what, you're not going to ever see them again, so why does it really matter? I doubt if you'll ever be putting yourself in any real danger, and if you think that you are, that's your judgment call to make. So let's say you're pretty good at using the men's restroom. You no longer feel awkward in it when you're in there alone or with strangers, but you don't want to be there with friends or family. That's how I am. That's how I still am. That's probably how I always will be. I really just feel incredibly awkward going to the bathroom with someone who either knows I'm trans or knew me as a girl at some point, because I feel like then they are kind of listening to what I'm doing, listening to how I'm doing things, or trying to see what I'm doing, because they know that I can't go to the bathroom the same way that they can. So here's my advice for getting out of situations like that. Let's use the example that you guys are out at a restaurant to eat. If your family is the kind of family that probably will use the bathroom before you get back on the road or anything, wait until your father or your brother or whatever has occupied themselves with something, so you can go to the bathroom without worrying about them getting the same idea and walking in on you. And to be honest, if they know you're in the bathroom, if they're anything like my family, they probably won't feel completely comfortable being in the men's bathroom with you either. Although friends are a different story. My friends would be completely comfortable with that. I wouldn't. So wait until they're occupying themselves. Vice versa, if it's time for everyone to leave and really the last thing to do is to go to the bathroom, and you feel like you probably have to go to the bathroom at the same time as everyone else, occupy yourself. Because they're not just going to sit there and wait for you to go to the bathroom. They're going to go on their own, and when they're coming back, just, be done with whatever you're doing, go to the bathroom, they'll have to wait for you, then you can all leave. You don't have to spend any time in the bathroom with them. You don't need a bathroom buddy. That's for girls. Ew, cooties. Some things you can occupy yourself with. Texting, like your phone. If there is a girl or someone who's not going to the bathroom, have a conversation with them that you absolutely can't take a break from. And then of course when they get back from the bathroom, then you take a break and you go to the bathroom. It doesn't make you less manly if you don't want to go to the bathroom when there's other people in there, or people you know, or family members or anything. That doesn't make you a wimp or a coward. And I think this feeling that I used to have about, what are they called? Family restrooms, the one stall, anyone can go in. I used to avoid them just because I felt like I should be using the men's restroom. I should be working towards, achieving ultimate comfort there. And you really don't have to do that. If you have the option between the men's restroom and, a single stall family restroom, and you think you'd be more comfortable in the family restroom, use it. There is nothing wrong with that. If I see one now, that's what I'll use, because just, number one, they're cleaner, there's more room. I hate those tiny little stalls. You're, all squished there, and you have to, touch everything, and there's germs everywhere, and you're probably gonna die from some horrible disease from being in the men's bathroom. Never got that feeling from the women's bathroom. Everything smells like flowers. So in addition to all the advice about using the men's restroom, they don't care and it's really easy, blah blah blah, if you don't want to use it, that's fine. Granted, there's going to come a time when you cannot use the women's restroom anymore. It is not okay anymore to be doing that, but there are alternatives. You don't have to be comfortable there. There are lots of people who are not comfortable in public restrooms, regardless of whether they have, like, gender issues, whatever. I'm, like, terrified of them. I'm much better than I used to be, but yeah, that's my advice. So, see you next Thursday, hopefully at a much earlier time with a much better video. Later.